Hello and welcome back to Middle Age Moto. This is a 500-mile check-in, getting close to my 621 or 1,000 kilometers, where I'll go up and get my break-in service and then be able to really rip with the bike. Not that I haven't wound it out on occasion to about 11 grand, but I've not gone close to the red line yet. Now we're gonna wait. So I'm excited to get that done and knocked out. I'm kind of dreading, the process because my dealer is an hour and a half away, but and I'm debating on trailering or riding. The only bad thing is this thing gets such low gas mileage. I'm in sport mode now and I'm averaging about 80 miles per tank. So it's over 80 miles getting up there. So we will see. I'll have to stop for gas up and then stop for gas on the way back. But it's got to get done. We're going to knock it out and we're going to get rolling. But a couple things that I've realized now that I've been on the bike for 500 miles. These mirrors are worthless, but I'm having a hell of a time finding and deciding what mirrors to put on. I think I mentioned it in another video. I was going to go with some cheap ones, but I've decided against that. I just, some people say they're great, and then every review says, they fell apart or they're loose, within, 5 days or 3 days or, a couple of hours. So I'm not going to drop 50 or 60 bucks. I'll just pull the trigger. So now it's debating on, am I willing to spend, the premium for Rizoma, because I really want the Spies, the real small ones, little round ones. The fit and finish looks phenomenal, but they're like 140 bucks a side, and then you need an adapter. And then there's a company, I believe out of Europe, they're called Moto Gadgets, and they basically have patented a process where they polish the aluminum to a mirror finish. So there's really no glass, and they're real streamlined, and they're pretty sharp. And I finally decided that there might be, one that looks real good that I decided on, but it's out of stock everywhere. But the only thing is, it's messed up. They're $117 US per side, and you got to spend 79 bucks for an adapter. And it's just, and I don't even like the adapter. And you got to disassemble the adapter and put your guts from your bar end in the adapter. So I'm spending $80 for an end cap in a piece of metal. It's just so I'm trying to research if I could use a different end cap, trying to find the diameter and get like a bar weight that's got a notch in it that I can put on. So if anyone knows, throw it in the comments if you've done it. But that's almost what I'm going with. I would love, there's some Rizoma style, some real thin ones and some different angles and stuff that look kind of neat. But I am going to ditch these mirrors. I've never put bar end mirrors on, so I'm kind of concerned with spending a ton of money. Maybe I don't like them. I've never heard of anyone not liking them. I wasn't going to go through after researching what it takes to put the Evotech radiator and oil cooler guards on. It's a major production. I talked myself out of doing that, and then I basically one night was just thinking about it, so I searched to see what the upper radiator for this bike costs, and it's 1,200 bucks for the part. So I said, well, if I got to invest a couple hours, several hours in getting these done, you pretty much have to rip the whole front end of the bike apart. I mean, it's amazing. Take this off, take the wings off. You're really stripping the bike down to get it in there and get them in there. And everybody, there's Motivation Accessories. There's a great video on the step-by-step process. He really lays it out, does a really good job. So I think that, because I know their directions, Evotech's directions are like renderings. They're not even real pictures. They're like drawings, and they're not a lot of words, so it's a lot left to your own. But he walks through the entire process. It looks like it's not difficult. It's just time consuming, which is fine. Evotech also sells, because I had mentioned that the gas tank is basically long and goes underneath the seat. So if you look from underneath the back of the bike, you can see red, and that is actual gas tank. I don't know why they wouldn't have covered that up, you know, at the factory, you know, but, you know, I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I want to get rid of my passenger pegs. I don't ever plan on riding somebody on this, you know, unless they're you know, a circus performer. They wouldn't be comfortable. And it's kind of a grate that goes over that and then bolts up to your things, and it's, you know, black, the typical Evotech grating. So that'll protect that under there. It's kind of overkill, but that's, you know, the $50 range, so it's not a major deal. But other than that, I don't really think I'm going to do a whole bunch. I've already got my Evotech tail tidy on, which got rid of that big stock, which was, you know, a couple days after I owned the bike. That went on as soon as I got it in, so that is definitely a plus. But I was going to do a video on the install, but there's some really great videos on there, so I may link in my description to that install, to show you. Some of the guys, there's the chrome down the sides of the radiator on the outside, or polished metal, I should say, not chrome. And a lot of people have covered that up with a wrap black, because the Evotech darkens up the thing and it makes it a little more stealthy. I was tossing that around too, but I'm not really sure. I'm not the best wrapper. I wrapped my back half of my gas tank, and it's, you know, it serves the purpose, but it's not the prettiest thing. So, you know, we'll see there. But once I get it serviced, I'll be able to do a little bit of a rip with it, and I'm getting excited for that. This guy just pulled right out in front of that car. Wow. It seems like this intersection, people just constantly pull out. But this is more of a check-in, just to say, hey, I guess a lot of you out there are Streetfighter owners, so hello to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you subscribing, and I appreciate the thumbs up. You know, I never thought that, you know, celebrating 49 subscribers would be a big thing, but I ran with very few for the longest. I guess the monster just didn't have that much of a draw. But I appreciate y'all coming by, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my ride once I get by all this traffic, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.